I was on Instagram, just looking at shit. Came across the post, and this person was talking about one cannot be enlightened what are you reaching for? There are no levels here to reach, to get to. There's nothing to reach for. You are already it. There's nothing out there somewhere. Even though it appears that there's an out there is wholeness. You are wholeness, and you are not separate from the out there. You're not separate from it. There's no higher level of consciousness to reach. There's no separate thing here, or individual, or entity. It's all just wholeness, oneness. There are no levels to reach. None. Nothing. It appears that there is, There's a consciousness, that there's a higher self. Through the conditioned mind, it appears that way. But all of that is truly the divine. And even the divine is nothing. It's a label, and it's just nothing. Because labels are nothing. Labels are nothing. There is really just nothing. It's all just appearances. It's all the story. It's the dream. The person believing that there's something to reach is the person's story. And that's okay. There's no right or wrong here of what the person is doing. There's no right or wrong at all. The person has no control because energy is so spontaneous, right? It's going to appear to happen the way it's happening. The person believing that there's enlightenment is what's appearing to happen. Yeah. Just like that, just spontaneously happened. My mother questioning me. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. But anyways, there's no enlightenment. There's no enlightenment. There's no nothing. It's, the person believing that there's enlightenment is what's appearing to happen for the person spontaneously. The person doesn't even realize that it's happening, that they have no control, that it's actually happening spontaneously. The person believes that they have control. And it's okay, because there's no right or wrong, because it's just what's appearing. It's all very random. How can the person reach enlightenment when energy is spontaneously appearing? How can the person reach enlightenment when energy is spontaneously happening? Constantly. enlightenment is not separate from the person, because it's all just one. There's no separation. It's all what's happening at once. It appears that so much is going on, this and that. And it's not separate. It's not separate. It's just the divine appearing as separate, as it being separate. But when the person has this realization that it is what it is, and that it's just all appearances of situations and things and objects and forms being separate, then the person truly has this realization, like, it is what it is, and that it's wholeness spontaneously appearing as things and situations being separate, objects and form. And I'm not saying that the person will not take it personal, because taking it personal can arise. It can arise for sure. But the person has a realization, like, okay, I'm taking it personal. And that's just what's appearing to happen. And there's no control over that happening. The person just has a realization of that. But taking it personal can appear to happen. Anything can appear to happen. Anything. But it's just the person has a realization that it is what it is. And that it's just what's appearing to happen. And it's all beautifully orchestrated, spontaneously orchestrated. I don't know. Whatever that is. I don't know. But it's just ordinary life happening. Anything can happen. Arguments can happen. Breakups can happen in relationships. Someone offending someone can happen. Anything can happen. And there's no control over it happening. It's spontaneously happening. Randomly. And there's no control. It is what it is. But when the person has this realization that it's spontaneously just happening, that there is no control, all of a sudden it just becomes so easy and effortlessly. Like it just, I don't know, it just becomes very easy. There's no mind chatter. And even if there is mind chatter, it's just what's appearing to happen, and the person has this realization, okay, that's just mind chatter. Anything can appear to happen. Mind chatter can appear to happen. Oh well, it's just what's appearing to happen. It is what it is.